morning. Welcome to Plumbing Tim. Today we're on location at a rental home. It's a little bit blustery out here in Central Florida today. We're going to do a sewer camera inspection, but I want to talk to you about something that I haven't talked to you about, and you're going to want to listen. So you can see we are on top of a roof of a rental home. There's the camera, and here's one of the roof vent stacks. It's a master stack that picks up two back-to-back bathrooms, and behind me I have a smaller stack that picks up the kitchen. This is not a video about a camera inspection. I just figured this is a good opportunity for me to talk to you guys about cockroaches. Yes, cockroaches. They are in your plumbing whether you know it or not. They can live inside of your home and you don't even know that. But most of the time you're going to end up finding out. And I'm going to explain to you some of the biggest problems you have when it comes to your sewer lines and system. See that? There's a frog down inside the sewer system. How'd he get in there? Probably fell out of the trees in here, and he climbed down inside the pipe, and now I got him down inside the sewer line. And he's just one of many different things that live inside of here. Old homes have the old cast iron, okay? As you saw just a minute ago with the camera and stuff like that. Saw a frog in there. Didn't see any cockroaches, but trust me, they're in there. As years go by and stuff like that and these houses get older, cast iron starts failing, you could possibly have a crack in one of those cast iron pipes where cockroaches can get into your home. And you can have the cleanest house. It doesn't mean you have to have a bunch of filth or anything like that, or animals or food laying around. They're going to find their way in, and once they're in there, they're really hard to get out. I don't have the most pristine van, but one thing you don't see in here is a bunch of old stuff that should have been thrown in the trash, and there's a reason why. About 2 weeks ago, I came to work on a Monday morning and I got into my van and getting it ready to go and stuff, and I noticed something out of the corner of my eye move and didn't think about it until a little bit later, and I looked and noticed that I had a cockroach in my van, and as the day progressed I saw more and I started to get panicked. That's when I realized, I don't have it on here now, but the Friday prior to that, I had gone to someone's house and replaced a toilet. And it's the end of the day and I wanted to go home, and I ended up leaving that toilet on the back of my van until Monday morning. Huge mistake. I didn't know it, but there was some cockroaches that were inside of that old toilet. And since I left that toilet in the back of my van over the weekend, they crawled out and they got into my van. That's when I went down to the hardware store and I picked up some roach bomb, and I bombed my van out, and pretty much that was the end of that story at the time. You can see inside the cab of my van, I usually have a bucket that sits here. I'll take my words back for a minute. In the morning time I usually have a banana and maybe a power shake or something, and they go down inside of that bucket right there. Well, that's where I started to see more and more of these little cockroaches showing up and trying to infest my van. Needless to say, things got serious real quick, because the last thing I wanted to do is to get these things inside of my cooler or my pockets and take them home. Now I got a house full of cockroaches. The nice thing is that I was able to overcome this and get rid of all the stuff in my van. I don't have that problem anymore. But the moral of the story is this. If you were a plumber and you're working on someone's home and you have to rip out old drains and old stuff and toilets and all that other stuff, at any cost, at any time, make sure, do whatever it takes to leave that old stuff with the customer. Throw it out in their trash. Do not enter that stuff into your van, because this is where you introduce those cockroaches. They can become evasive, and next thing you know, they're all over your van and inside your home in the trash. leave that old toilet out the street. That way the waste management can come pick it up. Do not put it on your van if you don't have to. If you can't leave it, call for somebody that's got a pickup truck from the shop and have them bring it back and throw it in the dumpster. This video is mainly aimed towards you guys, the plumber. Listen, this is no joke. Take heed. Whenever you're at someone's house and you're tearing out old drains or toilets and stuff like that, don't throw the stuff on your van. You might not think about it, but before you know it, sooner or later, you're going to end up getting infested with cockroaches on your van because they are in your sewer systems, in people's houses and stuff. Look, I didn't bring the trash and the old parts to the customer's home. Leave it with them. Throw it at the curb. Someone will pick it up. The management, throw it in their garbage can, whatever. Call the shop and have them bring the pickup truck out and pick the old toilet or drains out and throw it in the dumpster. Once you get these things in your van, you're going to have to work really, really, really hard to get these things out of there. Who knows? They might crawl into your cooler or in your pocket. Next thing you know, you go home and they're in your house. Now you really have some problems. But hey, that's all the time we got for today, man. I appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out. This wasn't really much of a, showing you how to do a bunch of work and stuff video. We got plenty of those coming, but I wanted to make sure that this is a public service announcement, mainly to plumbers out there. Take the time and the effort to try at all means necessary to keep these bugs out of your van, because sooner or later you're going to end up with them in there, and you don't want that. Trust me. Thank you so much. Until next time, it's been Plumbing with Tim. Keep plumbing.